The Afghan president described the killings as unforgivable. An American soldier is in custody after a shooting rampage that's left 16 civilians, some women and children, dead in Afghanistan's southern Kandahar province. The US president condemned the bloodshed, promising the soldier would be brought to justice. But there are fears the rogue attack could trigger another wave of violent anti-US protests. Stephanie Kennedy reports.
In vans, the bodies of the dead are covered with blankets as they're removed and prepared for burial. They killed a child who was 2 years old, says this grieving mother. Was this child a member of the Taliban? Believe me, I have not seen a 2-year-old Taliban member yet. In a nearby house, bullet casings are gathered from a blood-splattered room that was home to many of the dead. Police say the US soldier left his base in the dead of night and headed to a nearby village. He burst into several houses, shooting indiscriminately as he went. 11 people were killed in one, 4 in another, and 1 in a third house.
The incident is under investigation, and a United States service member has been detained.
In Washington, President Obama rang the Afghan leader and issued a statement saying he's deeply saddened, adding, "This incident is tragic and shocking and does not represent the exceptional character of our military and the respect the United States has for the people of Afghanistan." The soldiers' killing spree comes at a time when US-Afghan relations are in crisis. Last month, American troops burned copies of the Quran, sparking a wave of deadly protests. 6 US soldiers were also killed by their Afghan colleagues. There are fears this latest incident will unleash a new wave of violence and retaliation. In a bid to head off any backlash, the White House has vowed that the soldier responsible will face the full force of the law. And on this issue, President Obama has Republican support.
This is tragic and will be investigated, and that soldier will be held accountable for his actions under the military justice system.
You know, it's one of those things that you cannot explain except to extend your deepest sympathy to those victims and see that justice is done.
But in a country where corruption is rife, few believe there will be justice. Stephanie Kennedy, ABC News, Washington.